So this video is going to be a little bit interesting because the manga I'm covering today actually checks off quite a few boxes in terms of what I try to look for on this channel. Now for those of you that are kind of new to the channel, I typically try to focus on manga that's kind of underrated or short manga series. I also try to focus on like box sets, complete box sets, as you guys have seen in my older videos. But my main focus for this channel is deluxe editions, omnibus versions of manga, complete editions, and single volume manga. So that being said, the manga I'm covering today is actually a single volume manga, and it's also full color. It's also an omnibus format, and on top of that, it gives a full story from start to finish. So that already ticks off 4 things right there. So what's the manga I'm talking about? That manga is Sazan and Comet Girl. I think I said that right. I was kind of confused as to how to pronounce the first name here. I'm pretty sure it's Sazan, like Shazam, Sazan or Sazan, I don't know. But yeah, Sazan and Comet Girl actually has a really interesting laid back story. It kind of reminds me of Cowboy Bebop. It gives me that Cowboy Bebop vibes and 90s vibes, as you guys can see from the artwork. Now originally Sazan and Comet Girl was released back in 2018 in 2 separate manga volumes, and these were compiled in 2020 in omnibus format. I do recommend this manga for people that are looking for something that's kind of a light-hearted read. It's not too heavy, it's very relaxed. There are some comedy elements as well. Like I said before, it's quite similar to Cowboy Bebop. Just take Cowboy Bebop and get rid of all the heavy and dark moments and replace it with light-hearted comedy. There you go, you got Sazan and Comet Girl right there. Now the story follows a typical male protagonist who's working his dead-end job in space. Now, although it's dead-end, it's still pretty cool because he's doing it in space. Eventually he comes across this girl who's supposed to be the legendary Comet Girl. A lot of people are actually trying to track her down because she generates a lot of like power, I guess. Like she has like infinite power, so people want that energy for themselves. So typically you have all these bounty hunters that are constantly chasing her down. Like I said, similar to Cowboy Bebop with the bounty hunters. So I know I keep bringing that up, but it really gave me that same kind of vibe, especially with the artwork that resembles something from the 90s. As you guys can see, the manga is beautifully colored. It kind of gives a watercolor vibe to it. You know, like watercolor paints. It has that similar kind of look, and it honestly works pretty well. For a lighthearted manga, the action sequences flow pretty well, and for the most part you can tell what's going on from panel to panel, and it doesn't look very confusing. Overall, this omnibus format packs 500 to 600 pages. I think it's like 560 pages. That's very much worth it in my opinion. I think you're paying about $20. I paid $25. It was on sale at the time, so honestly, I don't regret it, though it was worth it for the price. Now, the one thing that sort of bothered me about this omnibus version is that the cover art seems a little lackluster. There doesn't seem to be any creativity in the cover art, because there is actually a panel in the manga that looks very, very similar to what you see on the cover. So it's kind of like they copy and pasted the panel from within the manga and just slapped it on the cover. So I mean, it's not a direct copy and paste, but it is quite similar and you can tell. But I was just hoping for something that kind of pops more, because when I look at the cover art, it didn't really grab my attention when I initially came across this manga. The main thing that really got to me was the fact that it was omnibus, so that's the reason I checked it out. Once again, this is published by 7 Seas Entertainment. These guys are pretty cool. A lot of the releases are good that I do have. I think I have 4 or 5 of their volumes, manga volumes. So far from the releases that I've seen, they're pretty consistent. The pages feel weighted. I personally haven't had any issues with the 7 Seas publishing quality, so I can vouch for them so far. But aside from that, it's kind of funny because I looked at the back of this manga and it says that it's appropriate for ages 10 plus. Is this like the first manga I'm covering on this channel that is appropriate for kids as well? So there you have it, guys. Buy this for your kids, gift it to them, you know, like let them experience this awesome story of the Comet Girl. But that's basically it, guys. I just wanted to cover this hidden gem that I found. Even more so if you're into stories that, you know, complete stories in a single volume too. This is 500, 600 pages. Took me a couple days to get through, but it was a fun read. I'm glad I bought it. But yeah, guys, I will see you on the next one. Thanks again for watching. We'll see you on the next unboxing, review, preview, whatever. Appreciate all the support because I just recently pretty much hit 100 subscribers now. If you guys like the content, please subscribe, like the video, comment if you have suggestions. I always love to see the support. But aside from that, I'm going to wrap the video there and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, stay safe, and this is Rich Taku signing off.